there, Lens Legends. Welcome to another episode of the Portrait Profits Show, where we focus on the business side of photography. I'm your host, Jim Landers, your guide on the business side, and it's my mission to uplift portrait photographers to make a great income doing what they love. The Portrait Profit Show is brought to you by Digital Pro Lab and Landers Photography School. For Digital Pro Lab, let me put them up on the screen. Let's see. There we go. Digital Pro Lab is a fantastic company. I mean, I know some of you haven't printed before, which is mind-boggling to me, because once you do, it has a special feeling about it, and you're going to want to experience that feeling again. It's not just creating the photograph. It's not just enjoying it on a screen. It's seeing it in an environment where electricity is not necessary. It has a different meaning to it, a different feeling to it, a different length, a different connection to it. And the best place to get that feeling and that connection is with a print from digitalprolab.com. And so I recommend Amanda and her amazing, wonderful team. Take advantage of the wonderful people that she has hired, the wonderful services that they do. They are going to make you look like a hero. digitalprolab.com. Take advantage of them. They rock. digitalprolab.com. And of course, for Landers Photography School, that's my company. I teach both the photography side and the business side. And I want to, I want to encourage you to click this link. And yeah, you may not be able to click it, but you can see it and type it in. Calendly.com. It's like calendar, but with an L-Y instead of an E-R. Calendly.com/photo school /15MIN. Now, this is a direct link to my calendar. Seriously, that's my calendar. You're going to go straight to it. You're going to see what time I have available for these meetings. And you're going to put yourself on the calendar, and we're going to meet. So I encourage you to take advantage of that, and we will be talking soon. Now, I want to encourage you to make comments, ask questions as we go through today's discussion. I want you to go to the comment section right now and enter in #live. That's #live. That tells me that you're watching us live today on either Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or YouTube. And for those that are watching the replay, please enter in #replay. But again, if you're watching live right now, enter in #live. And I also request that you share the Portrait Profit Show. That's how people find out about it, is because you share it. This is something that I'm doing. I'm donating my time. This is something that Digital Pro Lab is a sponsor of. They're not making any money with this. The only way that and there's no money being spent on advertising, marketing. The only way that this show gets shared, gets heard of by anyone is because you have taken the time to click the share button. Let other people know. Thank you for that. That's the only thing I ask. I'm not asking for money. I ask you to share. That's it. Now, although you can, and I'm going to put the title graphic on the screen real quick. So although you can do much of what I touch on today anytime, a new year brings with it the perfect opportunity for reflection, renewal, a fresh start. It's a good time to reset. It's not the only time, but a good time to reset, to reorganize, and set the tone for a productive and successful year ahead. This lesson today is a comprehensive task list designed to help photographers start the new year with clarity and purpose, ensuring that every aspect of their business is finely tuned and ready for the coming challenges and opportunities. From updating metadata in your camera and software to sending personalized greetings to clients, each task is carefully chosen to align perfectly with the beginning of the year. These are parts that you might consider to be a set of New Year's resolutions if you write it that way, but these are specifically made for photographers. Resolutions that will enhance your business operations, improve client relations, and inspire your continuing creative journey. This list also includes thoughtful suggestions for long term improvements and creative inspiration, encouraging photographers to elevate their business with and their passion for photography throughout the year. By dedicating a bit of planning time, photographers can ensure well organized, legally protected, creatively fulfilling, and a personally balanced year, including a solid income. Using this detailed guide, it's going to become pretty quick how obvious it is that starting the year with these specific actions makes a significant difference in your photography business and your life. Each step is aimed at helping you achieve greater success and satisfaction in your photography journey. And if this sounds interesting to you, I want you to put yes in the comments. And as always, we have a handout for you for every single episode of the Portrait Profit Show. All I ask is that you tell me that you want it. You go to the comment section and enter in hashtag handout. Or it might be easy for you to hit the go to email and send me an email, Jim at portraitprofits.com. I should put that on the screen. Jim@portraitprofits.com. There it is. All right. I assume you have that. There's only 3 chapters in today's lesson. So it does mean it's going to go kind of quickly, but it's just 3. It's the top the 3 are the top 8 must-do list. Put that on the screen too. The top 8 must-do list. The 12 considerations and suggestions. So it's things that I'm recommending that you do, but not necessarily something that you need to do. In fact, nothing is necessarily needed, but if you feel like it's needed for your business, well, then of course it is. And then 8 outside the box suggestions. So let's start off with the 8 must do. Here's the first. Update your camera metadata, your camera copyright and comment metadata. So each year at the beginning of the year, January 1st is perfect for this. Update your copyright statement in your camera to reflect the current year. Here's a bonus suggestion. Check and adjust your camera's time to ensure accuracy in your time stamps. Just notice how off center this was. All right. If anybody is still there, I think I have audio back on. Yeah. I've been talking to myself for over 30 minutes. Hi. Well, you know what? Thanks for letting me know, guys. So I have audio now. I don't know. I don't know how long it's been that way, but I've got a lot of comments saying there's no sound. Wow. All right. So it looks like the first message I got that there was no sound was 12:10, 10 minutes into the show. All right. So I'm going to reset this and go back over a few things because me just doesn't help anyone. By the way, I did that on purpose. I didn't lose audio. All right. I really appreciate you guys letting me know. That's really cool of you. Too bad I wasn't paying attention to the comments because I would have realized it a whole lot sooner. So let me see. I'm going to go back to do the 12. I don't know exactly where this went out. So I'm going to start off here with the 12 considerations and suggestions. And these are suggestions. Well, these suggestions are just tasks that could align well with what you do. or with the beginning of the year, but could be planned for any time or may not work in your situation at all. So, whatever works best in your situation. The first is I want you to conduct your own annual performance review. So, conduct a detailed review of your business performance over the past year, analyzing key metrics and identifying areas that you can improve. You're going to be setting specific, measurable goals for New Year's based on that performance review. Let me give you an enhanced suggestion. Automate this process to happen at the end of each month and have it automated to combine the information at the end of each year through your CRM program. By the way, I'm aware that not everyone has a program to help them run their business. If there's one thing that you want to take away from this, you need the help of a software program to help you run your business. There are too many variables. Your brain can't handle them all. This is a wonderful miracle thing that you've got. It's great, but you've got way too many variables to consider at one time. Things slip through the cracks. Things can slip through the cracks even with the CRM program, but things are going to slip through the cracks when you rely just on your mind. So I'm recommending a CRM program to everyone, not a specific one. It's kind of like roads. There's a lot of good roads out there, but you have to know your destination to know which ones are the right one. It's the same way with a CRM program. It's the same way with your photography business. You increase the odds of reaching whatever success you want by defining what you want the outcome to be. Because otherwise you're just traveling down good roads. And once you do finally write down what it is that you want, you may realize that you've been traveling down the right road, but the wrong direction. You didn't know it was a good road. You feel like, well, I'm justified for it. Who cares whether you're justified for it? It's an irrelevancy. Go down the path that leads to your goals, meaning you have to define your goals. All right. Number 2, refresh your studio or workspace. Not everybody has a studio. Not everybody has a workspace that they consider a workspace. I know some of you have a laptop and whatever space is working for the moment. So it doesn't matter what your workspace is, whether you have a whole studio, whether you've got just a little office space, whether you're working on your laptop, wherever you're able to work. An organized environment where everything has a home and everything is in its home boosts productivity and creativity as you do your work. Evaluate and update marketing materials. This is number 3. Evaluate and update your marketing materials. I want you to take a fresh look at your marketing materials, your website, your socials, your link tree, or whatever other listing of your social accounts that you use. Your digital ads, your print ads, which I don't recommend in most photographers' situations, but some people have them. Your business cards, your brochures, signage. There's a lot of things that we need to take a fresh look at and then update them if necessary to include any new branding elements that you've included. Testimonials. I mean, who's not marketing with testimonials or featured work? Number 4 of 12, audit and update SEO. Review and update the SEO settings on your website to ensure you're using the latest best practices. This includes updating keywords, meta descriptions, and image alt text to improve your search engine ranking. Number 5, review professional memberships and subscriptions. Review the memberships to your professional photography organizations, your camera clubs, your groups that you're in, subscriptions to your industry publications, membership sites, software services. There's so many things that you could and should be involved in. Make sure you're aware of these things. There's nothing that really overlaps. That you're choosing the ones that are beneficial to you. Some of you used to be active in camera clubs, and you want to become more active in your camera club. Okay, whatever it is. But I also recommend that you make a list of every single one of these groups. I think you may need to make a list, an inventory list of everything. Now, when I say inventory, you're thinking uh, about listing the things that you have, the physical things, my mouse. You're thinking about batteries for your camera. You're thinking about physical things, and yeah, you definitely have to have an inventory list of all of those things. Sure, but you don't stop there. You make a list of everything, an inventory list of everything, whether it's physical or not, is an irrelevancy. So list all of the groups and organizations that you are a member of, or maybe you're considering, or maybe you have a list of ones that you used to be a member of, and you keep a reason why you're not there anymore, just to remind you. Some of you don't need a reminder, others of you do. I don't have one of those lists. I've been happy with every organization I've been a member of. So, but I know that, people are not always. So adjust that list immediately when you join or leave groups. That's not something that would be considered a beginning of the year thing because you're going to forget. So the moment you join a group, the moment you leave a group, change that list. It's just an inventory list of the different clubs and organizations, the things that are extra that you're doing. Number 6, plan professional development. You don't know it all. I certainly don't. I've been studying photography. Man, I've been studying photography since 1975. That's 50 years. I kind of wish I didn't just say that. That's a long time. So the reason I say that, the reason I'm even bringing it up is because I've been studying photography a long time, and I feel like I've scratched the surface and what it is that I can learn in photography. It's near infinite. Obviously, it's not infinite. I'm not trying to argue that, but it's near infinite. Considering how much one brain has the ability uh, to pull into, to be able to understand, to be able to use. It feels infinite. You could study photography. You've heard me say this before. If photography was a profession, you could study photography 8 hours a day for your entire career and still not learn everything there is to know. And that's not even including the marketing and business side, the new AI stuff. That's photography alone. There's that much that could be learned. So if you're not taking workshops, you're not watching YouTube videos regularly, you don't have a mentor, you're not regularly updating yourself, you are falling behind. So identify any workshops, any courses, any conferences you want to attend. Anytime during the entire year. Set aside time, set aside budget for it. You may have to save up for several months in order to make it happen. Well, great, you can do that because it's part of your plan. If it's part of your hopes, hopes are wonderful. But unless they're part of an action plan, number 7, organize email inbox, client files, any other communications that you have. So here's the clean up and organize your client files. This includes email, any other types of communications you have. If you've got 10,000 emails in your inbox, and yeah, I'm speaking from experience, you have a problem. Yeah, I've got way too many emails. Now, what that means is things will slip through the cracks. I try to get to all of the emails that I get, and it's not like I'm getting 10,000 business emails that are going to cause more income to jump into my bank account. Nope, I get mostly the same as you, junk stuff, ads, things that I'm thinking maybe I should unsubscribe from that. They send way too many emails, or whatever it is that I'm thinking. I get a lot of emails. I bet you get a lot of emails too. So therefore, it's very possible that if someone has sent an email, you missed it. It's also important to note too few people check their spam folder. They're thinking that the spam software does a good job and nothing gets by it. That's not all the important stuff gets through it. Come on, guys. Put your realism cap on and understand you have to check your spam folder every once in a while. I do it every day. And it used to be every day I'd find something that I'm just surprised somehow wound up in the spam folder. I once found $1,400 in the spam folder. Now, there's more to the story than that. It was a job that paid $1,400, and you may think that's a lot of money. Well, in the last 3 years of active photography, I still do photography, but I'm teaching. I'm helping you guys full time. That's what I do. But in the last 3 years that I did it, my lowest session was $1,400. It was that one. But I found it in the spam folder. It's $1,400 that my family or my business would not have had I not checked that spam folder. And that wasn't that long ago. So check that and understand your spam folder is not the only one. There is a spam folder that happens at the internet service provider level that you probably don't have access to. Very rarely does someone have access to that because there's security concerns at that level. So therefore, yeah, someone says they sent you an email, it's quite possible that's where it is. So don't automatically believe that they didn't. Now, if you know the history of that person and they say things all the time that don't happen, okay, that might be a different situation. Number 8, review and optimize your workflow. Take a look at your current workflow. Review your process and procedure manual and see if there are any areas that can be streamlined or improved. This could involve investing in new software. It probably will involve delegating tasks. Now you may think, you know what, it's just me. There's no one to delegate to. Guys, if you're doing everything, if you're wearing every single hat, you are doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You have to delegate some tasks. In your situation, that may mean outsourcing those tasks. There's got to be some things that you don't care to do very much that could be done by someone else. There's a lot of variables there to consider. But your bottom line is you may need to change your process to be more efficient and effective. And you know that to be true. Assess and update software and plugins. Number 9, assess and update software and plugins. Review all the software and plugins you use for your editing, managing, and delivering your photographs. Ensure everything's up to date with the latest versions. Check any new tools that could enhance your workflow. There's a lot of variables that could be changing there because, man, this software AI is changing so fast. It's the most rapid thing that we've ever experienced. So there are new tools, something that's going to make your workflow much better than it's ever been before. Number 10, a client satisfaction survey. There are multiple ways of doing this, and my recommendation is to send them out after you've completed the job. However, so you may choose to do annual reviews, or maybe you send out a client satisfaction survey to gather feedback on your services over the past year. You may choose to do that. That's not the only way to do that. Most choose to do a satisfaction survey the moment that the job's complete, or maybe at certain points in the middle of the process. But one way to do this is an annual. And any feedback that you get, no matter what you've chosen to do, what way you've chosen to do it, you're using this feedback to make improvements and better meet your clients' needs in the future. Number 11, insurance policy review. Review your business insurance policies to ensure you have adequate coverage for the new year. This includes equipment insurance, liability insurance, and any other relevant policies. The way you do that is you just set up an appointment with your insurance representative. It can be done over the phone. They know what questions to ask. They know what to consider. And you don't want to get it wrong. So, and it is certainly nothing to avoid. This is a good time of year to do it. Most photographers have a January that's pretty slow. So therefore, this is a perfect time for things like that. Number 12 of 12, refresh contracts and legal documents. Review and update your contracts and other legal documents to ensure they're up to date with any new laws or changes in your business practices. Now, you're probably reading your contracts with some regularity, at least maybe some parts you're checking on, and maybe you're making updates as needed. Maybe you've made several updates over the past year or years. Same thing as I recommended with the insurance. Reaching out to the insurance agent. Same thing here. Reach out to your legal counsel. Comment on any changes you may have made. Ask them if there's anything that you need to know or update. Things change. They're just like things are changing in our world, they're changing in the legal world as well. So there's some things that they're very well aware of that have changed that's their norm, their everyday, but it isn't your norm, your everyday. So reach out to them. It's time well spent. If this is resonating with you, any of these last 12 that I've mentioned, go to the comment section and enter in yes. Just the word yes. And if you're just joining me, or if you haven't already, enter in hashtag live. As always, there's a handout available. I know that that the first part of my show somehow didn't have audio. I didn't realize it. Everything looked good on this end. It showed green here. It's used to show a little. It does still show that. Never mind. And it's going. It's just a little 3 dot that just kind of goes back and forth, kind of waves, just to show you the audio is working. That was on. But there's probably something that you missed, and so there's a handout today with everything that I have shared today. I only charge $10 for it, but I do it in a way where if you don't want to pay it, you don't. I don't really care. I want the information in your hands, and so the way I do that is I send you out the handout as a PDF, and I send that along with the invoice for the $10. You pay it if you want to. You read the PDF and then pay for it afterwards if you like it. It doesn't really matter. Maybe you forget. It's a couple days and you forgot to pay the $10. So what? I don't really care. $10 doesn't make or break me. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to have another cup of coffee, but I don't need it. I don't care about 10. I care about you having this information so that it benefits you. So that's why I do it that way. There's no accounting. Finally, one last section. These are outside of the box suggestions. These are certainly not something you have to do. These are something that you might want to do or that are fun, especially this first one. So here are the 8. Put this on the screen. Outside the box suggestions. Number 1, self-portrait. The image you use of yourself should be updated at least annually. Now, you can hire someone to do that. You can trade services with another photographer to do that. Bottom line, though, is it makes no sense to hope that your clients will visit you annually or more often when you're using the same portrait for the last 7 years. And even those who opt to be mysterious and not include a photograph of their face at all, which I don't recommend in a portrait photography world. Just my opinion. but I do think it might be kind of a fun exercise to create a self-portrait. I know a lot of photographers that do, and they have a lot of fun with it. Self-portrait. The second of 8. Network and collaborate. Are there some photographers you haven't talked to in a while? Reach out to them. Attend industry events or similar industry events, or start an annual collaboration project. Create a written goal to have lunch or coffee with one person a week or one person a month, someone maybe that you admire the most in your area. Make a list and send each of them an email and offer to pay. By the way, people who invite me to lunch, we're going to find a way to make that work. I love lunch. And I love talking to you guys. So yeah, if you were to invite me to lunch and say that you're gonna pay, you're gonna get a minimum of 30 minutes to an hour of my time. I'm not charging you anything for it. And how much do I charge for an hour? $350. So yeah, that's when it's just 1 hour because I've got to drive somewhere and come back. It's a whole lot less for 2 hours. But still, send them an email or some kind of a message, offer and what you're thinking about, an offer to pay, and then add it to your calendar. Automate reminders for those who have accepted. So let's say that it's a month away. You don't want to forget, and you don't want them to forget. So automate some reminders for yourself and for them. Number 3, create an annual slideshow or photo book. You can do this in Lightroom. So in Lightroom, create a new category for favorite images of the year. Then as you're doing each job, drop your favorite image into that folder. At the beginning of each year, make a slideshow or photo album with your best images from the past year. Again, just a suggestion, not for everybody. Number 4 of 8, review and refresh your portfolio. This should be done regularly, but sometimes things just, get away from us. And in that instance, I want you to remove older work. What's old? 6 months. In this industry, 6 months. That doesn't mean you can have something that's older be in there somewhere. But as far as this, when someone comes to your website, your social media presence, you want them to have the opportunity to see something fresh. So give it to them. How about this one? There are those photography challenges that are annual. Not annual, they're weekly. It's 52-week photography challenge, for example, where you're maybe outside your comfort zone. It's not necessarily for portrait photographers, just for photography. We enjoy photography with a period at the end of that statement. We're using portrait photography because we love that to make an income. I see marketing for these kinds of challenges every once in a while. So I would do a bit of internet searching to find something that was a year-long online photography challenge. Maybe it's monthly, maybe it's weekly, your call. This can help you stay motivated and consistently practice your skills throughout the entire year. In a relaxed environment, it's not a client. If you don't find one, organize one. There's Facebook groups out there who love to add different elements to what they do on their Facebook group. I would love for someone to volunteer to organize this for one of my groups, San Antonio Photography or Photo Essay. By the way, I think if I have it written down, I should share with you the address. Well, just look it up. San Antonio Photography, and put quotes around that because it's just those 3 words, San Antonio Photography. It's a Facebook group. And the San Antonio Photography group or the Photo SA group. The San Antonio Photography group has become the much more active group between the two. But they're really overlap. They're kind of effectively the same. Excuse me. They've become the same over the years. Um, but uh, there's a lot of advantages to being around other photographers, and so put yourself in that situation on purpose. Number 6 of 8, plan personal projects. So I'm recommending that you schedule time for personal photography projects or creative experiments. These projects help you stay inspired. They help you develop new skills that are outside of your regular client work. And you know what? They make an excellent marketing tool. And if you don't understand how, what do you think I'm here for? Reach out to me. I will help you figure out how to make these fun things viable to your business as a cool marketing tool. Obviously, I don't have time to do it here during the show because the show's not all day long. So therefore, I'm just kind of skimming over the surface points. Number 7 of 8, environmental impact assessment. For those that find this important, do an evaluation of the environmental impact of your business practices and consider making those changes more sustainable. This might include switching to eco-friendly products, recycling, reducing waste. It's not just for big businesses, it's for you too. And number 8, health and wellness plan. Develop a plan for maintaining your physical and mental health throughout the year. This could include scheduling regular exercise, setting aside time for relaxation and hobbies, and planning vacations or breaks to avoid burnout. Plan a date night. It's good for your health too. Now, I'd like to hear your thoughts. What's one thing that's on your beginning of the year task list? What's something that maybe we have talked about or maybe we haven't talked about that's coming to mind as you're hearing the things that I'm sharing? Share those thoughts right now in the comments section. I want you to share those. I want us to inspire each other so that we can align our professional actions with our life's vision. You need help with implementing or putting these things together. My private coaching sessions are what I do to help you. So, and just get started with this. Put yourself on my calendar and let's talk about you. We're almost done. Just the closing thoughts left. So I want you to take a moment, if you haven't started already, put a takeaway from today's show in the comments section. By the way, if you haven't already, enter in hashtag live, letting me know that you're watching live. You know what, Lens Legends? As you head into the new year, be grateful that you have these opportunities to review, these opportunities to tweak. Be grateful that you are adding to your goals. And keep in mind that each thing you do is a step toward a more fulfilling and successful life. Notice I'm not saying business. Business is a side effect of a successful life. I want you to embrace this with enthusiasm, with determination, knowing that the actions you take today shape your achievements tomorrow. Starting the year with a clear and organized plan not only boosts your productivity, but also rekindles your passion for photography by updating your tools, reconnecting with your clients, and setting new goals. You're not just maintaining your business, you're nurturing your business, allowing it to grow, allowing it to thrive. Consider each item on your list as an opportunity to reflect on your accomplishments, learn from your experiences, and set your sights on your ideal life. Whether it's through creating stunning self-portraits, exploring new genres, or engaging with your community, let this year be a canvas where you paint your dreams with the vibrant colors of creativity and dedication. Your wonderful talent deserves a solid business foundation. Your clients deserve your best work, not just photography. And you deserve a business that helps you thrive in life. Now, go make this year amazing. Here's to a year filled with inspired moments, rewarding challenges, and endless opportunities. May your camera capture stories that resonate and inspire. Happy New Year, Lens Legends, and may your journey be remarkable and exciting. As you know, the Portrait Profit Show is every single Monday, so make sure you join me here on Monday. Until then, thank you, Lens Legends, for joining me today. I encourage you to like the Portrait Profit Show, to share the Portrait Profit Show. And I want you to understand that your potential, it's limitless, especially when you embrace the power of planning. So forge your path to success and watch and wonder as your most extraordinary year unfolds. You've got this, and it's going to be your best year ever. I know it. I hope today's lesson has given you new ideas and strategies to strengthen your business and your life. Lens Legends, you're making beautiful images, but that's not all you're making. You're making an impact on everyone around you. For Landers Photography School and for Digital Pro Lab, my name is Jim Landers, and I bring you the weekly Portrait Profit Show. So until I see you next week, Lens Legends, keep thriving, keep growing, and keep making your long-lasting mark on the world. I look forward to watching you grow. Thank you, Rock. Bye for now.